I'm Adrian. I'm one of the teachers in the cookery school at Newlyns, and this afternoon I'm going to show you how to poach hen's eggs with fresh asparagus spears with Cecina, which is a Spanish cured beef. Very similar to plum ham, but obviously it's the beef version. It's smoked in oak for smoked in oak for 3 weeks, and then it's left to air dry in airtight rooms where you open and close the windows just to adjust humidity, and the whole process takes 7 months. Okay, so this is our Cecina here, okay, which Joe from the deli counter very kindly cut for me this morning. Okay, it's very moorish as it is. Okay, we're going to use this not in this condition. I'm going to show you a little tip. So we're going to put it in the microwave in between our kitchen paper, and it's going to come out nice and crispy like this. Okay, so that's it's lovely as is, but if you want it kind of like the crispy texture of it to contrast with the asparagus and the poached eggs, that's the way we're going to go with that. Okay, so that's 2 minutes in the microwave on full power. I'm going to show you that now. So just one piece of paper underneath, one piece on top. Don't press it down, it's going to absorb the fat, any fat that comes out of the meat. There's not so much fat on this as you would find on a parma ham, but nonetheless it will absorb the fat. Okay? So in our microwave, okay, so 2 minutes does the trick. Perfect. So in the meantime, while our Cecina is just doing its thing, I'm going to make a dressing for our asparagus. So the dressing that we're going to use for our asparagus is whole grain mustard, okay, a little dash of honey, white wine vinegar, olive oil and chives. Okay, so my seed mustard goes in, so 2 teaspoons. We're going to mix all of the ingredients together and then just whisk them up with a hand whisk, and then we just nap it over the top, pour it over the top when our asparagus is cooked. Okay. So let's have a look. So we've got our grain mustard, we've got 50 millilitres of olive oil, 10 millilitres of white wine vinegar, just to give it some acidity. Okay. And 1.5 tablespoons of honey. So we're using running honey for this. Okay, and half. And then we're just going to whisk it up, just with a hand whisk. All the ingredients are incorporated. The honey will thicken it up gently, and it's important you have a little taste as well. No double dipping. So that's ready. I've got my water boiling, so I've got 2 pans of water here. The one with the wider surface area over the hob is for the asparagus, and the taller one is for the eggs, okay, for the poached eggs. So what I'm going to do is put a really good handful of salt in our asparagus, a little pinch of salt for the eggs, and a little bit of white wine vinegar for the eggs as well. Okay. Not too much, you don't want to overpower the flavour. You don't want your eggs tasting of white wine vinegar, which is can be quite awful when it comes to it. So what we're going to do with the eggs, we're going to crack them into a cup individually, just to make sure that they haven't cracked the egg or there's no impurities in the egg as well, and to make sure they're fresh as well. Okay. So now we're going to just stir our boiling water in our egg pan. Okay. And then we're going to push our eggs individually into the centre of the whirlpool. And that will hold the eggs nice and tight when you actually poach them. Okay, so I've got one in there now. And goes the next one. So about 3 minutes for the eggs. And then the all-important English asparagus, new season or this season. Just trim the woody bit off, the stalk. Okay, and if you find they're a bit woody on the outside, but later on in the season you'll need to trim just to shave the edges as well, the stalks, the stems. Okay, so they're going to go into our heavily salted water. Okay, just for a minute or until the water comes back up to boil, and then they're ready to come out. Okay, so eggs are working here. That's good. In the meantime, let's have a look at our Cecina. So you can see the fat's been absorbed, and that's come out nice and crunchy. Okay, so you can hear that crackle there. Almost like streaky bacon, the same kind of effect. Okay, but obviously a different level of quality. Our eggs, we just want to cook them until the yolks are soft in the centre and still runny. Okay. Our asparagus is done, so I'm going to take that out now. Still got a bit of crunch and a bit of bite to it. Doesn't take very long at all. So I'm going to put that just into my sieve, just to drain any excess liquid off, any excess water. It only takes a minute to cook the asparagus. Good. While our eggs are finishing off, I'm just going to lay this on our plate. So our eggs ready to go. Let's put some of our Cecina on top. Just break it up as you want to. Okay, spoon for the dressing. I'm just going to put some chopped chives in the dressing as well to give it a bit of colour. Just a little bit around the outside. Then our poached egg on top, lovely and runny, and then a little touch more. Sprinkle with a couple of chives, just to finish it off, and then just have a little taste so the egg is nice and runny still. There we are, beautiful. Okay, bon appetit.